and welcome to Round Robin. I'm your host, Robin McCormick, with the City of Hampton's Communications and Marketing Department. And today we're going to tell you about a great event that you can do with your family for the 4th of July. My guests are Jason Price from the Police Department and Glenn Oder from the Fort Monroe Authority. Welcome.
Welcome. It's nice to be here.
Thank you,
It's great, and this is so exciting because, as you know, when the Army was at Fort Monroe, it was the place to be for the 4th of July. Generations of Hampton families went to the fort, spent the day at the concert, had a wonderful event, beautiful fireworks, and you guys have an event planned this year. A little different than last year's, a little different than the Army. Tell us about it, Glenn.
Well, we do have a different event planned this year. As you recall, we didn't do an event in 2012. It just wasn't possible after the post closed.
And people were bummed. We got phone calls at the city. What happened to the 4th of July?
It was very disappointing. So we put together an effort with the Fort Monroe Foundation to raise the money so that the Fort Monroe Authority, in partnership with the City of Hampton, could put on a show in 2013. It was a tremendous success. We learned a lot about the show, though. We learned where the proper venue would be and where the prevailing winds would be and what type of show we could do where the fort would be safe as well as the people would be safe. And so what we've decided is there's a better way to do the show than what we've done in the past or what we did last year. And so what we're going to do is it's called a close proximity show, and we're moving the venue primarily from Continental Park, which is people are used to, where the gazebo is.
Big open gazebo.
We're moving that all the way over to where the Weary Quarter is, which is where the apartments used to be, which have now been bulldozed. And so there's lots of green area. We can close the roads down. You're right on the beach. You're in view of the fortress. And the fireworks this year will actually be on top of the fortress. It'll be what's called a close proximity show. The fireworks are actually illuminated from the time they leave the mortar all the way to about 125 feet in the air, much like what you would see at the Grand Illumination.
Right, a lot of folks have been to that and know that idea.
Yes.
Or as you said, like a rock concert, an outdoor rock concert or something where you're shooting those off.
Yes, it's going to be very exciting. It's really going to highlight the fortress, which is what we're really excited. It's going to be great viewing from the lawn areas and the beach areas, all there around Outlook Beach. And we're going to be doing things throughout the evening so people will know whether or not they get to see the fireworks. The vendor has agreed to shoot one mortar off every 30 minutes, starting at 7 o'clock.
So you can maneuver, okay. So
Yes.
You see that first one go off, or you don't see that first one go off, and it's also like a nice reminder, like you're enjoying the beach or enjoying the concert, fireworks are coming.
Yes, and we also are making it a more evening-filled event as well. I mean, the fort obviously will be open all day for fishing and going to the beaches and the Paradise Ocean Club and all those things. But in addition to that, the Fort Monroe Authority and the Fort Monroe Foundation are also going to be hosting vendors. So there'll be a handful of food vendors there as well. Some of our local organizations like Youth Sailing Virginia, Hampton Roads Philharmonic Orchestra, the National Park Service, the YMCA are going to have exhibit booths. So you can learn about the coming YMCA to the Fort Monroe and so forth. But at the same time, you can do knot tying with the sailing class. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot going on. And then, of course, at 8 o'clock, we have our U.S. Wind Ensemble, Fleet Forces Band, is going to be playing as well. So it's going to be an entire evening starting at 6 o'clock of events.
That sounds great. And it's all free. I mean, you have to buy your food from the food vendors, but the admission is free.
Yes.
Now, why'd you bring Jason here? You're all excited about this, but you brought the police along. Logistics.
We love the police. We love the fire department. We love the City of Hampton. We couldn't do this without this partnership. Jason and the police department support us by providing the appropriate crowd control. But more importantly, they're the guys who make sure that it's a really safe environment. And so Jason can tell you some of the things that they're going to be doing. And Jason and his crew did a great job last year of getting everybody off of the property. There were lots of kudos about how well and efficient everybody was able to leave the property last year. And so we're very excited for our partnership with the City of Hampton Police Department.
It is a funnel. Anytime you leave a large event, and you said you had probably 15,000 people last year,
yes.
A third that many cars, but people came, as families. And there's, the 2 roads in and out, and that's all you got. So you have to be a little patient.
Yes.
You can't expect the fireworks are over, I'm on the road right this second. But you guys have some plans for maneuvering folks around?
Yeah, absolutely. I remember as a kid sitting for hours in the traffic leaving the fort. So our goal last year when we were planning was to try and eliminate that as best we could. And so one of the things we're going to do is at 8:30, which is very important because we had the family-friendly events at 6. We have the concert at 8. We want everybody to come to the fort early.
Get
there
there
in plenty of time. That's right. Don't wait until the last minute. And if at all possible, either walk onto the fort or carpool, because the parking space is sort of limited. So if you
And
get
it's
there,
not necessarily super close proximity. I mean, there are some parking spaces there, but you may
Right.
have to walk.
We've done a really
Dump
good
your
job,
lawn
though.
chairs
Sure.
and
Yeah.
have somebody
Exactly.
and then go
now
park.
that we've moved it to Weary Park, the parking spaces are a lot closer than they have been in previous years, which is fantastic for people, getting to and from the event from their car. But unfortunately, we will have to close inbound traffic around 8:30, and that'll depend on traffic flow and parking spaces and such. But so when you're coming in on Mellon Street, traffic will be diverted at Willard Avenue.
Okay.
So you'll be forced away from the base at that point. So get there in plenty of time. We want everybody who's coming to see fireworks to have a great time and get there early so they can get on the fort. And then at 9:15, once the fireworks are wrapping up around 9:30, all that traffic will spend those 45 minutes or an hour changing the traffic plan to an outbound traffic plan. So that all of our lanes will basically be outbound only. And so hopefully we can get you off the base as quickly and safely as possible.
That sounds great. And remember to people, if you grew up here and if you're used to those Army fireworks that you could see from Buckrow Beach or the shore along the VA hospital or any of those other locations, you can't do that this year. You have to actually
Yes.
go get on Fort Monroe and get there early. Don't wait until the last minute because you might not make it.
That's right.
Now, can you see them from the Paradise Ocean Club, or are those folks going to walk down a little bit to
Well,
be
the
able to
Paradise
see?
Ocean Club is going to be having a concert that night. As a general rule, you cannot see them from the Paradise Ocean Club, and you couldn't see them actually last year, even with the large
The
aerial
trees or just the
show.
way
It's
it
just
turned.
the proximity of the trees and so forth. It's really going to be. This is going to be so much more exciting of a show for people. They're going to want to see. I mean, it's going to be right on top of the ramparts, which actually really helps us as well because the ramparts are about 30 or 40 feet up in the air.
Well, and that's the thing about the grand illumination.
Yes.
If you're not kind of toward the front, you can't see. But with the ramparts being raised, it'll help the whole crowd, I think,
Absolutely.
be able to see that better.
We've done a couple of tests with balloons and kites and things like that to see where the proper viewing. And I believe there'll be a graphic that'll also be part of this presentation.
Yes, we're showing
and
that
so
now.
there'll be an opportunity to point at the graphic, and you'll see a star that shows where on top of the ramparts the fireworks are going to be shot from. There's a small red area that is restricted. That was a big problem with the 500-foot aerial show that's been done in the past. Is you had to do a 500-foot restricted area. We lost beaches last year. We lost a boardwalk. We lost circulation for traffic, which really impacted Jason's ability to get people off the property. With this much more closer show, with the fireworks being about 125 feet tall, we don't have to close any of the roads. We don't have to close the beaches.
That's nice.
And so it's really a much more appropriate show. But we think it's going to be much better as well.
That sounds really, really fun. And of course, the Fort Monroe beaches, the city beach out there, the Outlook Beach where the city lifeguards work, is a great place for kids. You don't have as much wave action as you have at Buckrow. You've got those big protected coves. Kids can go out pretty far, and it's a really nice family beach. Just a great place to go.
It is a great beach, and the Hampton City Lifeguards do a great job. Hampton Parks and Rec grooms the beach. I'm sure it's going to be groomed and pristine. We'll be making extra efforts to replace the trash cans and manage the porta potties. We don't have a lot of public restrooms right now. But we're doing and again, in partnership with the city of Hampton, these beaches are available, and they're being discovered by the Hampton residents and, quite frankly, by the residents in the region who don't want to travel through the tunnel.
I know. It's a great opportunity. I want to buy that billboard and say, turn here for beaches, don't wait in traffic, because we do. Between Buckrow and Fort Monroe, and I still like Grandview. It's a much longer walk to go out to that state park, but we have so much right here. Why fight that traffic?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're on the same page. My billboard title is "Visit the Beaches, Not the Tunnels."
There you go. Perfect.
Turn left. Fort Monroe's on your right.
Yeah, that sounds great. Well, I'm looking forward to that. I know a lot of people, you're calling it Fourth at the Fort.
Yes.
And folks will be very excited to do this. So we want to leave them with a couple of reminders. There's a lot to do. Get there early, beat some of the traffic. Enjoy the time with your family. There's more than just a fireworks show.
Yeah, we start at 6 o'clock. I mean, that's really when the vendors and so forth. So if people get there at 5 o'clock, I mean, you can come all day. There's plenty to do at Fort Monroe. The Casemate Museum's going to be open. The beaches are open. The fishing pier's open. All those things. So please, come to Fort Monroe. Have a great day on the 4th of July.
Good. That sounds like a lot of fun. Thank you for all your planning, and Jason, you too, for that traffic control. It'll be a gorgeous and smooth event, I think.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you for watching. Look forward to seeing you out there on the 4th. Enjoy the fireworks and enjoy the rest of the day on the 4th. Thank you.